This is an after-school program podcast.
What key are we in, G?
Yeah.
We are rolling. Welcome to Church Those Podcast, the podcast that exists because you keep on listening every week.
Oh, yeah.
Because if you stopped, we wouldn't be here.
Yeah.
My name is Shama, and what is it? Gosh, man. My wife and I are looking at buying a house next year. That's not a flex on us. It's just we're tired of renting. That's it. Fun fact about us.
And my name is not Shama. And it's a fun fact about me.
Ooh.
No, this episode's not about me.
No.
We've got a very special
Guys,
guest today.
No, we have a very special guest today. You've seen him before in a sketch with us.
Yeah, he was so graceful. And,
Very graceful and loving.
He would give us his
compassionate.
time to do that sketch.
We after the sketch, we approached him humbly and we were like, "Pastor, would you come be on our podcast?"
Yeah.
Church Stories.
I was just laughing because I was thinking about how great the sketch was.
Yeah, and guys, today, for the first time, for a sit-down interview,
Yeah, first podcast appearance, first interview. This is a big deal.
Pastor Puppet.
Hello, people of the world.
Well, thank you so much for being on the show, Pastor.
Thank you for having me. Do I look at you or do I look at the camera?
You could look wherever you
Yeah.
want to look. You could. I don't
up
want
to you,
to tell
Pastor.
you wherever you want to look. Have you ever been on a podcast before, Pastor?
I'm gonna be honest. I don't exactly know what this is, but I'm excited to be here to spread the word.
The way I described it to my grandma was radio on the internet.
I understood. I got the radio part, but I got lost after that.
Okay. Well, people will hear it, and that's all that matters, right?
That's all that matters. That's what I say every Sunday. People gotta hear it.
Amen.
I say, Catherine, turn it up. People gotta hear it. Ah!
People got to hear it, and people got to read it. You've got a book coming out.
Yes, I do.
Would you like to tell us about that?
Yes, it is half memoir, half instructional, with, a mix of short essays about the world and, think about like David Sedaris, but Christian and soft and made of felt.
I've already pre-ordered, so I can't wait for it to arrive.
I didn't hear about your book. Forgive me, Pastor. What is the name of the book?
It's we're still workshopping the title. We got a couple names that we're
Yeah, when I
working
pre-ordered,
on.
it said, title coming soon by Pastor Pup.
That's might be what we go with. That's my favorite. The other options are Felt Man in a Flesh World.
Solid.
Mm-hmm.
What's another title you've been working on? What's another title that you've been
Yeah.
The Hand That Guides Me. I don't understand what's so funny about that. It's referring to God's hand, but
We don't mean any disrespect, Pastor Pup.
thank you.
Excuse my colleague.
It's okay, PJ.
It's PD. It's PD.
Hey, it's whatever you want. It's whatever you want, Pastor.
Sure thing, PJ.
Well, that's good, Pastor. We're so glad for the book writing. How did you do it? Did you have a team of writers? Did you go to a cabin for a couple of weeks and just get up there alone with God? And
Well, I spent a lot of time with God on this one, but, everyone makes a big deal about writing a book. Oh, he wrote a book. They wrote a book. It's so hard. It took them years. All I did was went to a publisher and said, I want to write a book. And the next thing I know, one of my assistants drops a book down on my desk and said, look at the book you wrote. It's so easy.
It's amazing that you were able to do that, Pastor.
I know. I I said I want to write a book, and the next day the whole book was written.
Just make it seem so effortless. I can't even read a book, so.
Even the book?
Oh well, I've read that one, but I mean, like normally, I'll read through 3 pages and I'll put it down. But the book, and your book, I will be reading.
Thank you, PJ.
Pastor,
Yeah, Shambone.
This is legal name.
Is your friend okay?
I think, yeah, he has bad anxiety, and sometimes you will have.
I'm sorry, Pastor.
If he gets nervous, he'll laugh a lot, and you're an intimidating figure, Pastor Puppet.
I was saying, Pastor, that you're the first guest to come on our show who's brought his own microphone.
Oh, yeah. I do not take chances with other people's mics.
So your assistants are holding up the speakers. Do they follow you everywhere?
Yes. They're like a little family, if your family just didn't talk to you and just brought you coffees and that kind of thing, like just a normal American family.
Yeah.
Wow.
So how has COVID affected how you do things at your church?
Well, it's still business as usual in the terms of just spreading the word and passing the basket. It's just there's a few minor changes. Like, for instance, all the congregation, they still show up. They are there. They are packing the pews. But me, I do it via hologram. Just because, I can't take any chances with COVID. But, and it's actually the same hologram they used to bring back Tupac for Coachella.
So would you say your congregation is expendable?
No. They are not expendable.
So,
yes. Mm-hmm.
So, Pastor, I know that meeting together as a church is very important for the church. How did you feel when the government kind of shut the whole church operation down?
Well, it's tough. It's been tough on everyone, and I just want you all to know we are in this together. I have been locked in my house the whole time too, just like you. I understand
Except
that
your congregation.
Yes, except for them. They are locked in the church.
Oh, so like just like us. So just like
so that's why. Okay, if it is a bubble, like the NBA, then they're not at risk of getting the virus, right? Is that?
Yeah.
So you make sure no one goes in and out.
Well, they have to go to work too.
Oh.
Yeah,
Okay.
a church doesn't pay for itself, PJ.
Oh.
You're
So,
right.
well, it's really cool to know that how far you've come as a pastor, that you still live humbly like us. Just like a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom kind of.
Yeah,
2,000
3-bedroom, 2-bathroom every 5,000 square feet.
Huh.
Yep.
Oh. That's wow. That's modest.
Yeah.
I know. It's been tough. I know. We're all going through the same stuff. I mean, I'm sure you guys have been doing the same things. You get so bored, locked up in your house, you're just like, I'm gonna try all 18 bathrooms.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hate it when that
yeah, I
happens.
know, man.
When
I
you get
know.
that bored.
You get just so sick of your chef cooking the same, meals every day, all the lobsters and the steaks and the
That's rough.
gold flaked cardinals. The bird,
Is that
not
right?
I didn't even know
the church
that.
employee cardinal.
Is that legal? Can you eat a
I
cardinal?
didn't even know that you could eat a cardinal.
Oh.
That's
It's
crazy.
exotic.
Well, we all have access to it, right?
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, just in the store.
So what is Joel Osteen really like?
Oh, Big J, my man! Whoop whoop. Yeah, Joel. He's just a real nice, down to earth guy, just like me. We hang out all the time. Every Sunday we get together and we race our private jets. So he still likes to have fun. It hasn't gone to his head.
Do you have a pilot, or are you up in the cockpit yourself?
Well, we like to keep it pretty, state of the art, so they actually fly themselves.
Oh.
That way we don't have to be on the plane with anyone else who might, not be up to our standards.
Wow. That's.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we're so humbled that you would, during a global pandemic, you'd come to our studios, after school studios, and sit on our chair and use your own microphone and talk to our audience at home.
Yeah.
How would you encourage everybody in a time where people are, losing jobs and the economy's kind of crazy? Yeah, things are just kind of weird right now.
Oh yeah, it is tough, but what I would say to everyone, job or no job, I expect that 10%.
I couldn't agree more.
Thanks, BJ.
So even people that don't go to your church, you just expect their 10% too?
Well, I mean, it would be nice.
If you text PP to 8533, that's Pastor Puppet, you
Yep.
can give $10. I do that every Sunday.
Real easy to remember. PP8533. It rhymes.
I'm so glad. Thank you so much for keeping it simple for us.
Oh, of course, M. Night Shyamalan.
Oh man, Pastor. I guess
This show is called Church Stories.
It is called Church
Do you have
Stories.
any funny church stories that you'd like to share?
Maybe from your youth.
From my youth.
Maybe before you were Pastor Puppet.
Yeah, when you were just
Just
Puppet.
puppet.
Yeah.
Well, ShamWow. Like a lot of pastors, I come from a real humble beginning.
how humble.
Well, I had a bit of a lonely childhood. I was mostly raised by the maids and the nannies in my house while father was off on his business trips. But,
Securing the bag.
what?
Your father was like securing the bag.
Is that code?
Oh, never mind, Pastor. I'm sorry.
Anyways, but I found the church and I got a whole new community.
Wow.
And, as a puppet, you don't see yourself represented a lot in mainstream popular culture, but in the church, there were so many puppets. Every Sunday, there were the manger babies and the pastoral pals and all kinds of puppets everywhere.
Wow.
I mean, they could not speak and talk and live like I do, but like just seeing the representation, wow.
I would have never thought that puppet representation was huge because I'm familiar with the Muppets and Sesame Street. A lot of your people. Is that offensive? Can I say that?
No, that's fine.
Okay. But I think you are very well represented in Hollywood. What would you like to see in the space of faith, like better puppet representation?
And have you faced any discrimination?
Yeah, just you in particular.
Well, I don't want to make this a puppet pity party, but
A PPP.
a PPP. PP8833. 10%. Yes. But it's tough because I'm a puppet living in a man's world. It's when I said I wanted to be a pastor, people would say, but puppet, the pulpit is 3 times taller than you. How can you preach where they can't see you? And I was like, well, we'll get a stool. but they didn't want to budget for a stool. And now I own a whole stool factory conglomerate.
To provide stools to puppet pastors?
To-
Or are there many puppet pastors?
There's a few. I met a lovely puppet pastor when I was on mission in Guatemala.
I think it's just Guatemala.
Guatemala.
We'll take it.
Yeah.
What was that pastor like that you met down there?
Well, I don't speak Guatemalan or whatever the native language is.
Yeah.
So I have no idea. But they were a puppet. And that is what is important. A puppet speaking his word. Mm-hmm.
What took you down to Guatemala? Were you just down there preaching a crusade or?
Well, mostly a photo shoot, but yep, doing the good work.
You went down to. Did you do any kind of good work, or was it just a photo shoot?
Oh yeah, the photos turned out great. They did great work.
Okay.
Great work. You would actually believe that I built a house. Mm-hmm.
Wow. So I did see one of the photos. You were surrounded by a bunch of brown kids. Was that you? Were you there for that photo op, or how did that work?
Oh well, kids. Once a puppet's around, they swarm ya. Mm-hmm.
I'm so glad y'all were able to get that photo op for your
Yeah.
website, Pastor Puppet Ministries International.
Yeah,
That was really good.
yeah. That photo played real well,
Got so
especially
many
in
likes.
the urban communities.
I don't think you could say that, Pastor Puppet, but we'll.
What?
Huh?
Huh?
What? No, I think that's fine. I didn't take any offense to that.
Thank you, Shamu.
So, Pastor Puppet, I know. I guess we're going into Q4 of 2020.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a crazy year already. Holidays, big things. What does your church have planned for? The big three: the Thanksgiving, the Christmas, the New Year's. What is that looking like? How are you closing out Q4?
Well, we always go all out for those holidays. So for Thanksgiving this year, we are having our own parade.
Oh,
Yep.
like a Macy's Day Parade.
What?
Like the big Macy's
Yeah,
Day parade
Thanksgiving.
the Thanksgiving Macy's Day parade.
Is that new?
It's been
Well,
going
it's
on
been
for a
around.
little
It's
bit.
been around for a
has
little
like
bit.
a lot of celebs, a lot of
A lot of singers.
but Mariah Carey, didn't
Nick
she?
Jonas, he sang at the. Oh, so you're doing your own parade, I guess. Is that?
Yeah. Yes. Our own parade, and it is going to be so big and beautiful. We have 98 Degrees on a float. We have Toby Mac.
You got Toby Mac on a float for. Wow.
Yep.
What is the parade called?
It is called the PPP Parade. The Puppet Faster Parade.
Wow.
Parade was so important that you mentioned it twice.
I
right?
love that.
Yep.
That you're just over it. How about Christmas? You I heard last year you did camels, real camels and donkeys on stage when you told the Christmas story. What's up? How are you gonna top that?
Well, this year we are going to have a completely historically accurate reenactment of the Christmas story.
Okay.
We even got Tom Cruise to be in it.
As baby Jesus.
Yeah.
Wow.
All practical effects.
You gotta have a practical star and everything. Like how?
Wait,
how
so
Yes,
are we talking?
we bought a real star.
You bought a star.
Yes.
How does Tom Cruise feel knowing his Scientology background? How does he feel about doing this play as baby Jesus?
Oh,
I mean, a
he-
parade perform. What
This is the play.
This
You
is
did
the
it on
play.
the Christmas play. Yeah.
The
Okay,
PPPP.
This is the Pastor Puppet play.
The Pastor Puppet Play.
Wow.
Yep.
And so this is the Christmas big extravaganza.
Yes, but here is the catch. it's not like a normal play where you sit down and you watch it.
Okay.
You, the audience, will get on a roller coaster.
Oh.
And then you will see the play act out as you travel along the roller coaster.
Wow, that's
yeah.
this is. And are y'all gonna go to a new location, or are you gonna build?
No.
You're building a roller coaster at.
Oh, yeah, it's really easy because we built our campus on county lines. So we can play the county ordinances against each other. And then they let us do what we want. That's how they built Disney World.
Wow, man, that's something. So that's Thanksgiving. You got the quadruple P, and then how about New Year's? What do you know?
Oh, yep, New Year's. So what I've done. This is unbelievable. This is unprecedented. I have paid for the new year this year to go back. We're starting again at 0.
Wait a second.
Yeah.
Wait a second. How far back? What's zero?
So when people will think when the clock strikes midnight, it will be 2021.
Yeah.
But then they'll look at their phone and it will be 0. Yeah.
But I mean, what does that do other than, I mean, it's like a more of a mental reset?
It's like a mental reset, and it's like a, hey, look what I did.
Yeah.
That's
pretty cool.
That's it. What a huge. So is this just your congregants, clocks and phones, or is
this
everybody?
Worldwide, even the Chinese.
What? Well, do you have boots on the ground in people in China? How are you gonna pull this off?
Oh yeah, I own a lot of Chinese. I mean, I got a lot of boots on the ground in China.
Oh, okay. Well, we have a lot of Chinese listeners as well. Would you like to say something when this goes out? Anything in Chinese, perhaps, maybe?
Don't.
No, I can do it. Ni hao?
When you said that, I'm just like, oh, canceled.
Oh, man.
Cancel culture is bad.
Oh, wow.
I'm willing to go on record and say it.
Have you...
Why don't we cancel culture, Pastor?
Yeah, how do we cancel? Do you want? We could cancel culture.
If we cancel culture, don't we become cancel culture? Whoa!
Oh shoot!
Well, we are in a dilemma.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Do we want to talk about politics at all? Do you have?
No.
Well, how would you? Pastor.
Well, we've heard you're considering running.
Oh, really?
Don't you
You've heard that?
Don't you think so? Too late in the game. There's been a lot going on till then, and November's right around the corner. What are you gonna do?
Listen, it's never too late when you have enough money.
You're gonna buy yourself the presidency? Is that?
No, I'm going to buy Kanye. Then he'll buy the presidency, but I'll have him. He'll have the presidency. I'll have the presidency.
And then he'll come speak at your church instead of Joel Osteen.
Wow.
Yes. That's what it's all about. I don't care about the presidency. I just want Kanye at my church. Kanye, if you are listening, please come.
So the report
Easy.
the report that you were running for president is false. Then you're just financially backing Kanye West.
You're backing Kanye West.
I'm backing Kanye West, but here's the thing: he will be a one-term president. Then I will launch an exploratory campaign in 2024. Oh, I'm sorry, 4 because we're starting at 0 next year. And I will have Kanye endorse me, and then I will be president.
So Kanye is Pastor Puppet's puppet.
Whoa.
Well, Pastor Puppet, this has been so good. Thank you so much for sitting down with us.
No, thank you for having me, PJ. Shamalama.
Thank you so much. I don't even know what to say. I feel like we're just in the presence of greatness right now.
And we end our show with praise reports. Do you have anything that you would consider a praise report?
What? Can you explain the concept of a praise report?
Something you're excited about, or something good that's happened.
Oh yes. Oh jeez. So my bidet has been acting up all week, and I thought, hey, maybe the diamonds encrusted in it got clogged up in the pipes. But it turns out it's just broken. So now I am getting a gold one.
Wow.
Praise
Wow.
report.
What a what a humble just a down to earth. That's just the most humble praise report that we've had.
I hate it when diamonds clog my bidet.
I
you
know.
I'm a man of the people.
That's right.
And puppets.
What's your praise report, PD?
My praise report is that we got the man in person.
Yeah, that's true. Absolutely.
I got the puppet. Is it? Can I say, man?
What do you consider yourself?
This is a teachable moment. Teach us, Pastor.
Well, I am made in my Creator's image. And I'll leave it at that.
All right.
Wow.
All right.
My praise report is, once again, we a very distinguished guest, Pastor Puppet, was able to come to the show and teach us about, we were able to hear about your book and
a little bit about your upbringing and how cool Joel Osteen is.
And guys, I think, is it okay if we plug the book? What is one of the working titles? Guided by His Hand.
Guided by His Hand, or a felt man in a flesh world.
Or working title.
I also like the untitled Pastor Puppet Project.
Or self-titled?
Self-titled, yes. All the best books are self-titled.
If a lot of books end up being such a big success that they go on to be movies, who would you, if a movie were to come out of this, who would you like to play you?
Ooh, good question. It needs to be someone with range.
Yeah.
Like a Daniel Day-Lewis, but with the looks of a Hugh Jackman.
Okay. Oh, wow.
Oh, I know.
Okay.
I know.
Who?
Michael B. Jordan.
That's really good. Yeah, I can see Hugh Jackman and Daniel Day-Lewis.
Yes, it makes Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah. Well, that's really good. Any kind of artist, any kind of music that you've been listening to, by the way, before we go?
Oh, yes. Oh, have you heard of this movie called Kazam?
No, I haven't.
With Shaquille O'Neal? Well, he's a rapping genie.
Wow.
Yeah, I've been listening to that a lot.
The soundtrack for the movie Kazam.
Yep. And also Lecrae.
You're a big Lecrae fan. I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah. He's a good friend of mine.
And you can also get a shakaroni pizza at Papa John's.
Oh, man.
It's one of your sponsors.
Yes. Papa has been one of my sponsors for so long. Pastor Puppet Papa John sponsorship. Me and Papa go way back.
You might be the first pastor that I've ever heard of who's sponsored by a pizza chain.
I mean, it only makes sense. You've both worked in churches, right?
Yeah.
How often did you order pizza?
A lot.
I mean, yeah, pretty
so
frequently.
much. It only makes sense to get a sponsorship from a pizza chain, and that cuts your pizza budget in half.
Maybe we could, we'll talk to your to your connection, and maybe we can get a sponsorship for Church Stories podcast.
Yeah.
Yep. Word to the wise. Half a pizza budget equals a whole plane.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Pastor Puppet, thank you so much. I mean, we did the praise reports. We're just gonna let you look into that camera and end the show for us, however you want.
Okay.
What's your favorite quote? End it with your favorite
just
quote.
end it. Just look directly. Just look at the people right there and just tell them your favorite quote.
Okay. My favorite quote is, "It's not easy being green." Mm-hmm.
Guys,
All right.
this has been Church Stories.
Bye.
Oh man! All right, see ya. Oh my!
That was so funny.
Oh, that was fun.